what's happening, guys? Mike Moo here. I don't typically do reviews on fans, but I do review stuff about everyday life, gadgets and gizmos and stuff for home use and travel, right? So this is probably the best USB fan that I've ever used in my life. There are a number of things that are important to me when looking at a portable desktop type fan. One, it's got to be extremely quiet. Two, it's actually got to put out a decent amount of actual, artificial wind to you. Three, it's got to have some sort of timer function. And four, I would like it also to be relatively energy efficient. And so I have found that this right here is actually, this that you see right here is actually the best that I've ever come across. And for $30, that's very, very reasonable. So what I usually use for my fan is actually a Dyson a bladeless fan, the ones with the round ones that's actually right next to the fan that I have right now. But that was close to $200 at the time. It was fairly quiet. Obviously, it has more speeds and capability in terms of actually moving air around. But it's not great for a personal type of fan where you just kind of want something unobtrusive right there on the side of your table, or when you want some sort of light breeze to blow at you at night. So this guy is $29.99. I've had it for about a month, and I want to say that anybody who's looking for a desktop fan, just a personal fan, or something you use at night, this is probably your best choice for the money. I'm not sponsored to say this. I didn't get paid for any of this stuff. However, if you're interested in this fan, please check down on my affiliate links down below. It's got 4 different speeds, and I'm going to bring this back out to the viewing over here. It's got 4 different speeds and 3 different buttons up top. Okay, so the 3 buttons, the first one is actually the power button, so that's to turn it on and off. And then there are 8 LEDs down below, and there are actually little timer functions on here that allows you to choose anywhere to turn it on, actually to turn it off after an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, and 8 hours, depending on whatever combination that you have. So the left button over here is actually a timing function where you actually go ahead and choose the time. And then this is the relative speed function button up top. Is the third one. Let me see if I can go ahead and focus that on there. So the power, the wind speed, and then the timer function on when it will turn off. So it's got 4 different speeds, which is ultra low, which is practically quiet, middle low, middle high, and then the high or maximum. And then it also has a final wind function, which I'm not a big fan of. Basically, it tries to replicate the wind by supposedly randomly adjusting the wind speed up and down as the fan's on. And I find that to be kind of annoying because you can definitely hear a sound level difference and feel a breeze level difference fairly rapidly. And I don't like that when I'm sleeping. But I suppose if you got your headphones on or something, or or the sound doesn't really bother you, then you can go ahead and leave that as is and enjoy that. This is something that's found in a lot of Asian type fans. This fan is made in China. There's a couple of colors available. I think this is brown, black, and white. This is, I believe, the brown version because it looks a little bit brown to me. And it comes with an AC adapter and a DC barrel type jack that plugs in. One end is the USB, and then the other end, of course, is a DC barrel jack type adapter. But this is super efficient with the power, which means that this will be able to run off of a battery pack really long, because at most it's going to consume like 5 watts or 10 watts. I forget. I don't have my power meter with me right now. I just know that it seemed to run forever off of a USB battery pack. So this is not really a portable version. They do have more portable versions, but I haven't tested those out yet, so I can't actually tell you whether or not it's good or not. It's got this adjustable kind of stand that allows you to do up to this angle, which might be useful to you if you want it underneath your desk and just kind of keeping you nice and cool down from below, or one up top, etc. But it doesn't have any mounting brackets per se built in. Maybe you can jury rig your own. And yeah, rated power is maximum 5 watts, and this gives you a lot of power for 5 watts. And you know, I've thought many times about jury rigging my own thing with a nice quiet computer desktop fan, and this easily is a much better choice because it's all done together very nicely off of a USB power plug, and I love it. One thing that I don't like about this, and this is something that I do find annoying, and that is the fact that it has these blue LED lights that are fairly annoying at night for someone who likes complete darkness. So I've had to just put on some electrical tape on top just to kind of block it out. And I just ripped it off just so that I can show you in this video. But other than that, I like to block it so that I don't actually see it. So it's so quiet that on the lowest settings, it doesn't really bug me at all. It's just a nice little hum. But at the maximum speed, you can definitely hear it. You definitely know there's a fan going on. And in a nice quiet room, you'll definitely know it and also feel the fan too. But it doesn't bother me that much, since I usually leave it on the bottom 2 speeds. But 90% of the time, I keep it on the really, really low end speed. So yeah, I think again, this is probably the best fan that USB fan that I've ever used, and I'm pretty impressed with what they're able to do at this price. I just kind of wonder, why didn't anybody else come up with this beforehand? It's often very difficult to find these things even in stores that used to be around, like Sharper Image or Brookstone. But here on Amazon, of course, they showcase their other fans. They have this one really funky one that looks like a bit like a Death Star. I'm kind of curious about trying that one out, but not $419. I already have my Dyson, which I like very much. It's just right over here, the Dyson Cool, the round version. So I don't necessarily need another bladeless fan, at least one that's, you know, so short. But looks like they're definitely innovating a number of areas in the portable fan market. Another one I might want to try out is the clamp fan or the battery fan. So I'm really just going to wait for these to be on Lightning deal before I get them. I actually got mine on a Lightning deal or on Amazon Prime Day, probably Amazon Prime Day. So I got a nice discount on it, and I really wasn't expecting much. So yeah, that's it. That's it for my quick review about the OPolar 8-inch desk fan. Again, what I consider to be the best tabletop USB fan at this point in time. All right, that's it for this video. And oh, actually, no, one more thing I was going to do. So this is on ultra low right now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my decibel meter that's built into my, well, I'm just going to use the iPhone as a decibel meter here, and I'm going to do a quick check. Yep, just as I thought. So I'm just about 2 inches away from the fan, and it is just reading at maybe 40 to 41 decibels, which is like nothing. That's super duper quiet. Actually, if I'm going to turn this off, I'm going to get another reading. Well, actually, I got an air purifier next to me. So it went down maybe half a decibel, but it's super quiet. Okay, that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe for more if you're interested in purchasing this. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not paid to talk about this product at all. I did not get this product for free. Please check down my link down below for anything that you might be purchasing off of Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it helps to support my channel and for me to produce videos like this and any other tech and bag gadgetry, laptops, whatever, in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.